How to start a successful webcomic career. Webcomics have exploded in popularity in the past 10 years, from heart-pounding action series like Solo Leveling to heart-fluttering romances like Lore Olympus. It's no secret that webcomics have taken over the world by storm. If you're one of the many fans who wish to become a webcomic creator someday, you're in the right channel. Here are 5 tips to start achieving your dream of becoming a successful webcomic creator. Tip number 1. Set your goals. Before starting your webcomic career, you have to ask yourself, what do I want to achieve, and how do I plan on achieving it? Some people here may be in it for the money. That's cool. You gotta pay the bills after all. Some may be doing it for fame and prestige. There's no problem with that. Everyone has dreamt of being as cool as their favorite creators. Most are doing it to put their work in the eyes of the public. That's normal. Humans have a natural desire to be heard and recognized. You can set any goal you want as a webcomic creator, but you have to be honest with yourself right from the get-go. Also, you have to be smart about it. This means having a goal that has 5 different characteristics: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. To create a SMART goal, ask yourself, what exactly do I want to achieve from being a webcomic creator? How will I measure my progress? Do I have the resources and capabilities to accomplish it? Does this goal align with my broader objectives? When do I want to achieve this goal? The key is being clear, honest, and detailed about your goal. The smarter it is, the easier it will be for you to create a roadmap to achieving it. Setting goals is not just about achieving outcomes. It's also about growing and learning along the way. By setting clear, actionable goals and following through with a well-structured plan, you can make significant strides toward your aspirations. Remember, every big achievement starts with a single, well-defined goal. Tip number 2, consume a lot. And by that, I don't mean consume a lot of food and make yourself bigger. Consume a lot of content that can help maximize your creativity. If you're watching this channel, chances are you love reading webcomics. That's good, but don't limit yourself to that. Expand your horizons by reading popular novels, mangas, and other materials that may help you in this career. Watch the latest movies and dramas for inspiration. Read articles and watch tutorials related to the entertainment industry to keep up with the news and trends. Creativity flourishes when you're inspired, and one of the easiest ways to do it is to consume a lot of content from different media. Tip number 3, practice writing. It's a common misconception that you need to be born a genius to be a successful writer. Writing is a skill that improves with practice. The more you write, the better you become. You don't need to be the reincarnation of William Shakespeare or Edgar Allan Poe to write a masterpiece. You just need to work hard for it. Start by doing daily writing exercises. Learn and improve basic writing skills such as grammar and composition. Analyze what made your favorite stories good and apply them to your writing. Listen to how others talk in real life to make your characters' dialogue sound realistic. There's so much you can do to be the best writer you can be. And well, wishing you were born with a silver tongue isn't one. Tip number 4, refine your art. Webcomic is a visual medium, so it should be no surprise that your art matters a lot. People always say that they don't judge a book by its cover, but I assure you, the webcomic audience will, and they're going to be ruthless in doing it. But don't worry. Just like writing, art is a skill that improves with consistent effort. Regular practice and experimentation should be a part of your daily life. Set aside dedicated time for your art practice. Whether it's for sketching, line art, or rendering, regular practice helps you refine your techniques. Don't be afraid to experiment. Tracing is a crime, but being inspired by your favorite artist isn't. Use other artists' works as inspiration and learn from them. As you improve, create your own style to set yourself apart from the competition. Remember, your art is what captures your readers' interest when they first look at your webcomic, so your art better packs a punch to make a good impression. Tip number 5, start doing it now. The hardest phase of any creative process is right at the start. As a creator, there will always be that nagging fear that you aren't ready, or that you still aren't good enough to start. Let me tell you, you're never going to feel like you're ready, and you're never going to feel like you're good enough. Humans are instinctively wired to fear failure and rejection, and most will give up and stay in their comfort zone. If you don't start now, you'll keep on finding excuses, and you'll never start working on your dream of being a webcomic creator. Your first project doesn't have to be long and perfect. It doesn't have to be the epic fantasy story that's been in your brain since you were a child, or that fluffy romance story inspired by your high school crush. You can start small, maybe a short strip of comedy or a 4-panel slice of life comic that you can show to your family or closest friends. The important thing is to get started so you can get used to the process of creating. As you get more experience, you'll get better, and in no time, you'll be considered an expert in the field. Remember, all the big creators you idolize started from where you are right now, and they got to where they are by starting. And well, through hard work and patience too. Starting a webcomic requires a mix of creativity, planning, and dedication. Preparation is the key, and by following these tips, you'll be well on your way to creating a webcomic that resonates with readers and stands out in the crowd. If you enjoyed or learned something from this video, please subscribe to this channel as we'll be uploading more content related to webcomic creation and the webcomic industry. We are an art studio that specializes in creating webcomics and manga, and we have released several works on different platforms such as Webtoon, Tapas, and VoiceMe. If you're interested in checking our work, visit our website at blackbamstudio.com or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. This has been Black Bam Studio, and we hope we brought you closer to your dream of being a successful comic creator.